Hello and welcome to this information session about the Teacher Leadership Program at Northwestern University. My name is Tim Dohrer and I'm the Director of the Teacher Leadership Program and an Assistant Professor in the School of Education and Social Policy. I'm so glad you're here, and we're going to do a quick overview of the program and a little bit about Northwestern, and then we're going to dive into both our professional development program and our degree program, our master's degree in teacher leadership, and then we'll finish with a little bit about how you apply to the program. So we want to get started, and this won't take too long, but we are located here at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. We are just north of the city of Chicago. You can see here a wonderful picture of the Chicago skyline just down Lake Michigan from where the gorgeous Northwestern campus is located. Within Northwestern University, we are the School of Education and Social Policy, which is about 700 or so undergrad and graduate students who are studying various kinds of degrees related to education. We are one of the top rated education schools in the country, as well as one of the top ranked universities in the country. Within the School of Ed is the teacher education program, and our teacher ed program is made up of multiple concentrations, including K-12 teacher preparation, educational studies, the learning sciences, and the teacher leadership program. Our teacher ed program follows four big guiding commitments that challenge us to continue to improve who we are and improve the work that we do in schools and other educational spaces. The big four guiding commitments that we follow are advancing equity and social justice, understanding learning and human development, engaging within and across communities, and fostering subject matter sense making. These four really represent cornerstones for not only our teacher education program, but also the School of Education and Social Policy and the university as a whole. So hopefully you'll see those things show up in various things that we do, whether they're degree related or non-degree related. These are really powerful. They're important to us. They represent who we are and what we believe in. So what is teacher leadership? Teacher leadership is really a very important part of what's happening in schools and school adjacent spaces over the last 10 to 15 years. We've always had teacher leaders in our schools, but the concept of teachers leading from their classroom, of being a leader in their classroom, in their school, and in their community is a relatively new one to really acknowledge the leadership that teachers can do in those spaces, but yet not need to move into administration, where oftentimes we pull great teachers out of the classroom to become administrators. And teacher leadership is this concept that you can do both, that you can be a really strong classroom leader, classroom teacher, sorry, and also be a leader in those spaces. So teacher leadership is the development of your skills and knowledge and dispositions to become a really powerful leader in your school, your district, or your community. And there's lots of different roles that teacher leaders can take. One of the most powerful right now that we see in schools is the instructional coach. This ability to work with your colleagues and help them get better. It takes a certain, I think, amount of skill and practice to get good at being that good coach to someone else. And that's the kind of thing we work on here. But there's also other places where on PLCs, we have teachers who are serving as team leaders in their grade level or content area or in a PLC. They're serving on committees, they're leading committees, and we have also more titled leadership roles like department chair. So we do a couple of different things in our teacher leadership program. The first that we want to talk about just briefly is professional learning and professional development. We offer a broad range of both in-person and remote professional learning opportunities for leaders. These could be free webinars that we run once a month online. They could be workshops that might be free or paid that we do both either online or in person. We run year-long or intensive institutes, which are sort of 5 or 6 days, like 30 hours of deep learning in a topic. And then we also offer some short courses, which would be completely synchronous kinds of learning. We'll show you some of these, but I think this is just our attempt to help teachers grow in their leadership without having to engage in a full degree program or taking courses. So we've really created a continuum of opportunities for teachers to do that. We also do work directly with schools and teachers, doing all kinds of consulting and coaching in schools. And there are the opportunities for people to get certificates of completion, to get micro-credentials, to get our professional development hours that we can issue. And there is also the option in some of these opportunities to get a graduate credit. We have a teacher leadership website. It's a really amazing, deep website that you want to check out. Just Google Northwestern teacher leadership, and you'll be taken directly to our website to learn more about our incredible professional development offerings. Most people are here for an info session to learn about our master's degree because it's really a unique thing. We offer a master's degree for teachers in teacher leadership. This is a full Northwestern master's degree. For teachers who have some experience, we really want teachers to have a couple of years of experience before they start diving into a master's degree. It's 12 courses long. 11 of those courses are sort of the same ones that everyone takes. You get one course as an elective. And this is also really unique. This is a completely online master's degree. Most of our classes meet for a few hours every week live online, usually in the evening hours, because we still believe it's really important that teachers and instructors meet with each other and have that kind of community of learning. But there's also lots of opportunities to do independent work as part of those courses. So this means that it is possible to get a master's degree in teacher leadership without ever stepping foot on the Northwestern campus in Evanston. Now, we certainly hope that at some point, wherever you are in the world, that you would come and spend time with us, whether that would be for an orientation to our program, it might be to one of our wonderful day-long or multi-day conferences, institutes, or it's just a visit. We would love to host you. We would love to see you here. But the real power of this is that you can do this from anywhere. And, it's really built around the needs of teachers. Our courses, when they do meet together, are meeting in the evening hours. We give a lot of opportunities for people to do independent work so that you can work around a teacher's busy schedule. If you are an Illinois teacher, you will also receive an endorsement on your Illinois professional educator license in teacher leadership. That just comes with it. I should also note that anyone who completes our degree also receives credit for a certificate of advanced study in instructional coaching that will go on your transcript, and you'll get a nice little piece of paper certificate as well. So again, I talked a little bit about some of the roles that this prepares you for. I think this really prepares a teacher to, again, lead their colleagues in their school, in their district, lead their community members. There could be instructional coaching positions, there could be PLC leadership positions, there could be department chair positions. And I think it also just helps a teacher who's going to be an advocate and do work in their school and community to have this background in teacher leadership. This program, by the way, is 9 years old, but it's our first year online. So it's been around for a while. It's got incredible content, incredible instructors, and now it's available anywhere in the world. So we are in the quarter system here at Northwestern. So we have a fall, winter, spring quarter. They are 10 weeks long. Our summer session, where we do offer and have classes that you would need to take, is 6 weeks long. So it's a little more intense, but there are online options in all 4 of those quarters. Some of our summer classes might meet in the afternoon because we know that teachers are more available during the summer. The 12 courses, again, are offered remotely. You must start in the summer or fall quarter. So right now we are looking for applications to come in so we could get you in time for a June 21st start for our summer session, or for our September 21st start of our fall quarter. And most teacher leaders complete their degree in 2 to 3 years because they're teaching full-time and they're taking 1 or 2 or maybe 3 classes at a time, but mostly it's 1 or 2 classes, and you can get to 12 courses in over 2 years. You could get the degree done in 1 year. We do have a couple of people who are doing that right now, or it might take you longer than that. And so there's really a lot of flexibility for you. This is a sample schedule of our teacher leadership courses. And this is actually our schedule that is planned for next year, with one exception, and I'll tell you what that is. So in the fall, there's classes like Teacher Thinking and Learning, which is really about adult learning and how adults learn, school leadership, curriculum leadership, professional development leadership, leading for equity. And then we have several courses related to coaching, mentoring teachers. We have a course on assessment, and then we have 2 research classes that you will do with a practicum. So you'll have a chance to not only try out your leadership in your school, but you'll also learn how to do a research, sort of learn about various forms of research, and you'll do a big master's project, which is a capstone that we do in all of our master's programs. I'll note that in those 4 quarters, we also will offer at least 1 elective course online in each of the fall, winter, and spring quarters. And in the summer, we offer this really incredible hybrid of in-person 1-week institutes, which are 30 hours of instruction, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. Half of those we offer in person, and half of those we offer online over 6 weeks. So there's a really great chance in the summer to, if you're a degree student, to take one of these classes as an elective. And we have a couple of required classes in there as well. But it's also a really great opportunity, if you know anyone interested in these topics, to take a class for professional development. There's also the opportunity for some independent study. If you do the degree program, you will automatically receive a certificate of advanced study in instructional coaching, because the 4 classes that make up our certificate of advanced study are all required courses in the degree program. So again, this is something else we offer. Someone might just want these 4 classes to get the certificate. That's great. You can do that. It's 4 graduate classes. If you go for the degree, the 12 units, you will get the certificate. Please note that any classes you take for us, like any of these 4, will apply to your graduate degree if you decide to go on and get the full graduate degree. So let me talk quickly about the application process. It's a very straightforward process. We have 2 different kinds of students. Those who are seeking a full master's degree, that's called a matriculated candidate. And we have the option for someone, if they just want to take 1 class or maybe those 4 classes for that certificate, they can come in as a non-degree seeking student, sort of like a student at large. It's a slightly shorter application requirements, and any classes you take as a non-matriculated student will count towards your degree. But please note that taking classes with us is not an automatic to get your degree. You have to still apply as a matriculated student. You should also know that non-matriculated students are not eligible for federal loans or any of our fellowships, but you would be as soon as you matriculated. Also, anyone who wants to take classes with us for 1 class or do our professional development can also seek college credit for those professional development opportunities. So application requirements. All applicants will do our online application form, which is on our website. You just click apply now, and it takes you to our very straightforward application. We will need official copies of your academic transcripts. We'll need a resume, and we'll need you to answer 4 essay questions. The essay questions are all related to our 4 guiding commitments and the question of why do you want to get a master's degree in teacher leadership. If you're applying as a non-matriculated student, you only have to fill out a single statement of purpose. In addition to all that, if you're going to get the degree, you need to give us 2 letters of recommendation. One of those should come from someone who can speak to your ability to do graduate level work. That could be a former professor or instructor that you've had. The second should be someone who has worked as a supervisor for you. This could be a department chair, a assistant principal, principal, assistant superintendent, anyone who can speak to your work as a teacher. And that's pretty much it. It's a very straightforward application process. You turn all these things in via our online application, upload these things, and we turn around decisions pretty quickly. 3 to 6 weeks, we can let you know whether you've been admitted. So we have just a couple of application deadlines, and then we're done with the formal part of the presentation. We do have a July 1 deadline for anyone who would like to start this fall. So let me just give a caveat there. We are moving right now in our whole program to sort of 2 deadlines per year for applications. However, for the teacher leadership program, we're really looking at rolling admissions. So if you would like to start with us on June 21st and you'd like to start taking classes this summer, you can still get an application into us. And all you need to do is get your application done, upload everything. And again, if we can get you the answer of your admission before June 21st, you would be able to register and start taking classes this summer. Otherwise, I would suggest you make the July 1 deadline so you can start taking classes in September. I will note that our next set of deadlines for next year begin on December 1st. And the reason why the December 1st deadline is useful if you're thinking about doing this next year is that if you apply by December 1st, there is a much higher chance that we would give you be able to consider you earlier on for a fellowship. And so let me tell you about that fellowship. So we do have a limited number of fellowships that are earmarked for teacher leaders. And we will give those away starting in January of every year. And we'll just keep giving those away as people apply all the way through till September. So we do, for example, have some fellowships still available for this summer or this fall. So if you get an application in now, we can consider you for one of those fellowships for starting this summer or starting this fall. The next best chance to be considered if you were thinking about starting in 2023 is get your application in by December 1st. And those are really the only 2 big issues I think we need to worry about on this page. If you're thinking about doing one of our summer institutes, we really need to know either that you've applied to the program to get it for graduate credit, or you've signed up for a class through our PD registration system before June 1st, because that's when we'll make decisions about which of the institutes we will be running in the summer based on your registrations. And that's the end of our formal presentation. At this point, we will say thank you so much for coming by. We hope you check out our website. And if you have any questions, please contact me. All right, I'm going to